What's up, Rick Ganesas? Welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to another watch along. I don't know if you can hear my fan, but yeah, it's rough. It's rough. I got the light off because it's too hot. My computer overheated. Um, but we're here. We're here for the watch along, and we will be doing it. Let me pull up the game. I hope everybody is doing all right. I don't think there's anybody in here yet, but that's my bad. I planned this to be early, and yeah, man, typical computer issues. I've got the fan blowing on it, so hopefully that allows everything. I've got the fan blowing on me as well, but yeah, hopefully that allows everything to be all right for the stream. They haven't started yet, which is good. And I think I'm just about to catch it. But yeah, we've had technical difficulties because it's scorching here in the UK. But we're here for the watch along. I didn't get the starting lineup, so my bad. I'll get them in a minute. Just let me make sure that the timer is right. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. We're kicked off. The timer's working. Big up Godfrey and big up Margal. I've got the England kits up, but England kit up. But big up to everybody in the chat, man. Give me a second. I do see your comments. Give me a second. I'm trying to cool down because it's baking, bro. It's baking here. How does it sound? I actually listen to myself. I don't know how it actually sounds. I don't know if you can hear the fan, and maybe I'll turn it down a little bit. I got it. I've got it. I got my little fan, bro. Listen, I'm good with heat usually, but my house is on the second floor and it just collects heat. It feels like an actual sauna in my flat right now. I got 2 fans going. I got the window open and it's awful. But the game is underway. Let me just recollect myself. But big up to everybody. All right. Firstly, let me see if I can find the starting lineups for you guys. Let's do that. Let me be an actual channel. I also realized that I can't stream twice. Like in the summer, I can't. Maybe in the winter I can do it twice, but in the summer I can't stream twice. Like my computer can't handle it. My laptop can't handle it, and I think it's the heat which causes it. Because the last time I did two streams in kind of a 5-hour period, it just wouldn't work either. So I just think it needs general time to kind of cool down. England on the ball again. Let's see the lineups, guys. All right, so the England 11 is Pickford, James, Konsa, Guehi, Spence, Anderson, Rice, Madueke, Bellingham, Gordon, and Kane. Hopefully Gordon does better, man. He didn't do anything. He didn't do anything at the last match. Ghana, Asare, Agite, Mensah, Opoku, Sanaya, Urenki, Partey, Sibo, Semenyo, Ayu, and Williams. But England are on the ball. I didn't even check my fantasy, bro. I need Reece James to do something. I know I got Reece James in the team. Okay, so I'm cool. My fans going. I got the game on. We are here, people. We are here. Let's get into the comments. Big up to everybody who's watching. Godfrey says big up again. Thank you, Godfrey, for coming back. I appreciate it. Hey, Gunarican, perfect person to ask. What do you make of Aaron Donald coming back? Now, Bargav, listen, this is my wheelhouse. American football is literally my passion. And Aaron Donald plays the position which I played. He played the position that I love, defensive tackle. It's not the most glamorous position. It gets kind of ugly, but I love it. And Aaron Donald coming back to play with Myles Garrett on the Rams, I'm all here for it. I love defensive line. I said it when Myles Garrett went to the Rams. I was like, I bet you Aaron Donald. He's still in great shape. The guy still works out. So yeah, if he comes back, bro, he comes back, it's a problem. It's a problem for the NFC West. I love Aaron Donald, man. Like I absolutely Aaron Donald, as far as my modern player, Aaron Donald's my favorite modern player. The guy is just 300 pounds of muscle, but his technique as a defensive tackle, as a defensive lineman, period, it's just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So yeah, man, I think even at his age, I think he'll still be a problem. He's always been in good shape. He hasn't had really many major injuries, if any. And he's a nightmare. And if you're playing for the Cardinals or you're playing in the Rams division, then you don't want to see that pair coming. Like, who do you block? You know what I'm saying? Do you block Garrett or do you block, Donald? Like who do you block? You can't double both of them, because that means whoever's on the opposite end has free reign. It's gonna be a nightmare. And the most successful teams that we've seen defensively have a great defensive line. They do. You looked at the Ravens. Yeah, we talked about Ray Lewis, but they had Haloti Ngata. You know what I'm saying? They had some beasts on that D-line. You look at, one of my favorite defensive lines, Osi Umenyiora and Michael Strahan and Justin Tuck. Like, you talk about that defensive line made Brady look like, he was tired. Free kick in. So yeah, man, Aaron Donald coming back, I love it for football, man, if he does. Big up to Bargav for that question. I could talk about American football all day. Big up to Bargav. How does the summer feel being a champ? Listen, I know you're asking Godfrey, but for me, I haven't even thought about it yet, man. Like, for me, it's weird because technically, for me, summer ain't started because we're still doing World Cup. Like, when the World Cup is over, from that period to the time the season actually starts, like that month period, yeah, bro. Yeah, I'm walking around with chest, everything. It's gonna be great. But yeah. But I gotta say, used to AC back in Florida. It's not even that, man. It's just like back in Florida, we used to have the fans. We had a fan in the window, like, or you had the AC in the window. It wasn't great. It wasn't great, but this heat feels sticky, bro. It's just sticky. It's a sticky heat. But yeah. I'm trying to make sure that I can hear myself. I ain't even talked about the game yet, bro. I got to share my own stream out and everything. It's all right. We're here. We're here for the people. Don't even worry about it. Man. I'm trying. I'm gonna be better. I promise. I'm gonna be better. Ghana's on the ball. I didn't even say my prediction. I think it'll be 2-1 England though. Although I like to see, selfishly, I like to see Ghana get a result. Because I want to see all the African teams do well. Bogart says, a defensive tackle is hard. I love all defense. Still think Reggie White is better than Aaron Donald. Yeah, Reggie White. I mean, it's a matter of opinion as well, man. It's a matter of opinion because, you have people that, will say guys like, oh, God, there's so many. There's so many. Like Jason Taylor or, guys like that. Not Sean Taylor. Oh, God, my brain. Lawrence Taylor. Like edges like that. It's all a matter of preference. I like Aaron Donald. Like I said, he's my favorite modern player. My favorite player, period, is Zach Thomas. Like my favorite, Zach Thomas. I mean, the guy was the reason I got into defense. I was originally a linebacker. I was an outside linebacker. That's what I played in high school. Outside linebacker / edge. That's what they would call it these days. And then for uni, I got chunky, and then I didn't want to run as much, so I decided to play defensive tackle, and I was actually pretty good at it. At the moment, I like Terran Arnold and Patrick Surtain. I like Patrick Surtain's dad. Like Patrick Surtain's dad for me, because like I said, I came up a Dolphins fan, so when I grew up, the early 2000s Dolphins, you had Zach Thomas, Jason Taylor. You also had like 2007-ish. You had, if you watch the Pivot podcast, you got my guy Channing Crowder, who I liked as well. You had Patrick Surtain. You had Vontae Davis, may he rest in peace. Like we had some defensive stars, man. England in the center. England are having possession, but they're doing that same thing where they're trying to break them down. But yeah, I like defensive players, man. Like, and I started out a defensive coach. I coached defensive line. And yeah, then I was like the assistant D coordinator for a while. And then for some reason, I was switched to offensive line, and then I became an offense coordinator. So I have a pretty decent balance. I miss American football, but I actually enjoy this right now. I enjoy football. Reece James almost with an assist. My issue is I never ate enough growing up. Got to fix that. I had weight fluctuations. So, like, I was a little chubby kid. Oh, God. Freaking camera. I was a little chubby kid. And then about 10th grade, so when I was about 16, I lost a lot of weight, and I just grew like into my body. And then from like 18 to about 25, I was in some of the best shape of my life. And from 25 to now, I'm a chunkster. So, although I'm trying to get back in a semblance of a shape, just because I know I can't play football anymore, but I want to be a little bit better. Big up to Prom. I'm fading, bro. It's like blowing hot air. Big up to everyone in the chat. Yeah. Thank you, Prom. I'm gonna be chugging water the entire time. So halftime I might need a hydration break. And make sure you subscribe to the Prom as well. And Bargav. Subscribe to each other. Declan Rice. Oh, over the top. Not too far away. Ooh, if he gets that down, that's a goal. I think nah, the keeper would have got it. Where are they playing? Massachusetts. I like how they tell you where they're playing. Inglaterra. What content do you do, Prom? How are you, broski? If you're asking me, bro, I'm miserable. I'm absolutely miserable, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. And Prom says gaming. It's just it's uncomfortable, bro. It feels like it's just sticky, bro. It's sticky. Declan Rice winning the ball. Gets it in the box. 90 Madueke. Just dropped the link. England on the ball. Anthony Gordon. Anthony Gordon. Going sideways, not really doing nothing. But at the moment, I'm so busy, I'll start again after the sun. That's how I feel, man. I had this grant. Declan Rice. Saga de Esquina corner. Listen, I had this plan of doing things over the summer. And yeah, the World Cup is taking up a lot of my time. Excuse me. But I will get into it. Side note, my wife did cook the Alfredo and it was absolutely delicious. I ate 2 helpings of it. That woman is a superstar, I tell you. No lies. I like gaming these days, more fun seeing people play. Need a new console. You know what? I would like to get to a point where I need to move my feet. I like to get to a point where I can do like FIFA, but bro, I'm trash. I used to be good. I'm garbage now. I play it like, bro, I played like the tier 7 and I got distracted. I was like, yes, it's rough. It's rough for you, boy. I'll put my foot up. I'm leaning up against the wall, bro. I'm about to take these jerseys out. I feel like they making me hot too. I got the light off and everything. Like it's, you know what I'm saying? It's blue light special. England have a lot of the ball. Ghana trying to get out. And Ghana got a free kick. Let me pop the chat out so I can keep up. I see it, but my computer has calmed down. Let's do that. All right. Don't you fucking. I just cursed. My bad. Yeah, I mean, I got a PS5. And like I said, I do want to play, but I'm trash. So, big up Jack. He said, "Look like England's on South Beach, bro. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. Like I'm trying, bro. I'm trying to hold on." And the crazy thing is, when the sun was out earlier, it was fun. I feel like it's hotter now. How is it hotter when the sun is? I don't understand, bro. I literally just did a stream. I was fine. It was all good. Now I'm miserable. I got both fans going. Look, I got a mini fan. I got the big fan I showed you earlier. I'm struggling, fam. But it's all right. I'm here for you guys. 100%. Yeah, man. It's hot. It's hot, fam. Come on, Ghana. Big up to Fraley. Listen, I'm acknowledging everyone in the chat. If I miss you, it's no disrespect, bro. My brain is all over the joint. I'm gonna stop complaining about it being hot in a few seconds, though. You guys get the picture. I'm dying internally and externally, but it's all right. England still recycling the ball. First Lady Alfredo sounds delicious. It is, man. Chicken Alfredo, oh, glorious, man. And she added a little bit of slap your mama in there, so it's got like a spicy ting to it. Yeah, man. If she wasn't already married, I'd marry her again. That lady is a just godsend. So nice that yeah, man. I went back for seconds, and I try not to do seconds because, like I said, I'm on this weight loss thing, so I try to eat my one portion. But nah, bro, tonight I was like, which is probably also part of the reason I feel a little rubbish because I did probably eat a little bit too much, but it's all worth it. I'm gonna get me an ice lolly at the break though. I'm gonna ask her to bring me one. Bro, everybody hitting heads. Come on, Reece James, stand up. Hey, ooh, that hurts. IU and Reece James clash heads. They're both down. Shooting targets and bird. Okay, come on. Come on. I know it's hot. I'm trying to keep my computers. It's doing the crazy shape. But I see your comments. I will probably read them and then I'll highlight them when it comes back. Shooting targets and birds. I'll be getting shotguns and rifles. Interesting. The house in the UK are built to retain heat because this house is very insulated, which is it makes sense because usually in the winter it doesn't get that cold in here. But bro, in the summer it's miserable. But I only got one more summer after this one, and then I'll find a new place. Big up to everybody. I can like see bits. Prom said there's a storm warning in Philadelphia. Yeah, the weather's been U.S. weather's kind of trash. So IU and Reece James are getting patched up. Big up, everybody. I'm still here. My computer, I'm pushing the computer screen. It's probably gonna be in and out because the screen is hot. But I'm here. It's probably gonna be in and out the screen. So I'm gonna have to do it without the score for a little bit, guys. I think it's too much. So I'm gonna have to do it without the score. I think it's for the computer. It's processing too much. So I'm doing a screen share. So bear with me. I'm still here. Fairly said Ghana low blocker and hard. Yeah, man. They're holding on. My bad. You can hear me. Sorry. I wanted to see if you could hear me. I had it on. They were telling people not to go to the game. Yeah, man. First hydration break. Oh, yeah. Where did Rican go? Crazy, man, dealing with this laptop. But I'm here. Big up to everybody who's watching. I appreciate you guys. No worry. Big up, Pro. Sticking by. It's the first hydration break. I'm going to hydrate as well. My next flat is having AC. I got too much stuff. Hydration break. Big up to everybody. The screen has stopped fizzing, so we'll stay with this, and then maybe around halftime we'll see if we can do it again. Prom says, Mads, how old you are? 33. 33 years old. Born in 1993. 33. 33? Yeah, 33. I'm not that old in the grand scheme of things, but I've seen a lot of life in my 33 years. I've seen a lot, done a lot, been a lot of places. I've been to 23 countries in my life. I've been married a decade. So yeah, I've lived a lot of life for 33 years. Yes, Fraley. So what's happening? You know what? It's my fault as well because I did a live stream before this, and usually I can do a live stream, let it sit, and then come back and do it again. But no, it's too warm in my room, and I got this fan. I have this fan. It's not on me. It's on the actual computer to keep it nice and cool. And then I've got an actual fan on me, but I'm trying to keep the computer cool just so we can live stream. But I've learned a valuable lesson. One live stream a day. And it's only gonna get worse. I am going to try to live stream tomorrow night at 11 p.m. my time, because it's the Haiti game. But if it does this tomorrow, then we might just lock it off, man. Because I like to have the laptop for the other stuff rather than it crash out and then it can't be used anymore. And then, I have nothing. So, you know, I'll think about it. Tomorrow's supposed to be like 30 degrees, 30 plus. So, um, yeah. Almost unk status. Nah, bro, I'm not there yet. I mean, maybe to the young kids, but no, I'm not there yet. Hi Fraley, big up. I hear it. The fan, yeah, probably. I'm sorry. I gotta make it work. It's the only thing keeping the computer going. So I apologize if it's annoying. Um, Gordon is back. Yeah, bro. That man, bro. Barcelona paid 69 million pounds for that fool. That's crazy. 69 million pounds. I turn the fan down now. I got it. I got it low. I got it low. So hopefully the keys are cool. So, but yeah, halftime I'll give it a little bit of rest. I ain't even been commenting on the game. Big up to everybody who's in there watching me, though. I appreciate it. The Dappins and Prom says, all right. Listen, as long as I got a couple of you guys to speak to, it's worth it. Ghana with the ball. IU going down. Harold Kane. Ghana with a free kick. IU standing over the ball. I'm not gonna. Can I buy that Ghana kit? Although Puma's kits have been ripping, bro. They've been absolutely garbage. Ball in the air. England clear. Foul on an English player. And we recycle. Inglaterra. Big up, Prone. Thanks for that. Listen, with these, this is the thing, right? Because I'm very honest about like my YouTube thing and like how's it going. When I stream like these, when it's at a time where other people are doing, I really don't expect many people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I haven't really gotten much engagement except for the usual suspect, and I'm fine with that, right? As I always say, man, I'd rather a couple people in here chatting with me, having a good time, than 1,000 people and I can't really hold a conversation. England in. I mean, one day it'll get to that point, but we're not there yet. So we're gonna enjoy the few people that I do have in. But yeah, I don't expect much. My later streams usually get much because no one's doing Haiti at midnight or 1 in the morning. So yeah, man. So I don't really expect many people to be in here. And like, I'm not doing it for hours or money or anything. I'm just doing it because I want to watch the game with, what I'm saying. I feel like with streams like this, it's almost like if we were all in the same area and I say, hey, bro, you want to watch the game with me? And we just talk about the game. Like, that's how I feel about doing it. So that's why I do it. Like I'll probably get, I get a few hours from it and that's fine. Right. But as I told you guys from the start, I don't do this for monetary gain. I'm not expecting to become iShowSpeed Like I just literally want to, you know, I just want to chat with people who like football. That's pretty much it. It's therapy for me. Um, that's the one thing I like about social media. Like, you know, I don't have many people I am around during the day. Like, I work with all ladies, so I don't have any people I can talk to about the World Cup, you know, except sporadically. Um, because the doctors I work with, they kind of rotate. So the ones that will be in football, they probably come in once every week, maybe once every other week. Um, so it's usually just catching up, and then we're working. Like, you can't have a full conversation. So after work, like I really don't got nobody to talk to about football. Like, I want to talk to people about the World Cup and Arsenal and stuff. So that's why I made a channel, so I could chat with people about stuff that I'm interested in, man. To be honest, that's why I like doing, like, I've done collaborations with Shane and Views, and I like Boring Bob from Born AFC, Rob from Born AFC. I call him Bob, but he's a good guy, and Dark Side Gunner as well. I have a group chat with them. I chat with them. Guys like Waffle Don and Tony Clark. Like, I like talking to people about stuff that I'm interested in. So, yeah, whether this becomes big or not, and I feel like it can become big. I can't flex and say, oh, I don't want it to never become big. Like, yeah, everybody. If I could do this as a job, I would love that, but I can't do that right now. So I'm not gonna stress on ifs, buts, or maybes. I'm just gonna enjoy what I got in front of me, and that's my community. So big up to you guys. 90 in. Declan Rice missed. True. Yeah, me too. Big up, Prone. And he said, it's really good talking to you, Rican. You're so down to earth. I really like that about you. Thank you. I appreciate that. That can only be me, man. Like I said, I'm only 33, but I've seen so much in life, and I've experienced so much good stuff and bad things, like loss, like losing my uncle and my mother. Like, life is too short for me to be anyone except for myself. I never wanted to meet my maker knowing, and feel that I regretted anything, or that I wasn't my genuine self, man. At the end of the day, I got to account to someone. And if my time comes, when I'm greeted by the higher power, if I can't look them in the face and say I was my best, so I don't deserve eternal life. If there is eternal life, I don't deserve it. So I live, what I'm saying? I don't prescribe to any religion per se. I'm more spiritual, but when it comes time to meet my higher power, I want to be able to look them in the eye and say I was just myself and I was a good person. That's pretty much it. So I know I waffled a little bit, but it's just part of it, just me being uncomfortable. But it is. Oh, that's because my fan ain't going on me. Listen, I ain't even pull out the World Cup trophy. I'm so sweaty, bro. I'm afraid that it'll slip out my hand and crack. I've left it on the table. I ain't even pulled it out. You guys know I like showing off the World Cup trophy. I ain't even touch it. I ain't touch it. It's sitting over there on the table. I will not touch it. Fro said some of the YouTubers are ego driven. I don't like that too much. Yeah, man. Power. This is the thing with money and power, and I had a conversation like earlier. I think I don't recall, but money and power don't make you a different person. It just amplifies the qualities that you already have, right? So you look at people like the president of the United States and Elon Musk and those guys. Excuse my French, they were assholes before the money. The money just allows them to be more of that, because who's going to stop them? They have the power and the money to do what they like, right? And you know good people from not good people. So when you're a good person and you get something extra, you know what to do with that. Like if I were to win the lotto, I would be the same person. I'd be happier because I could buy myself AC, but you know what I'm saying? I'd be a lot happier. I'd be the same person I am now. If I did change, then that means that something in me was already not right from the beginning. Like bad mind from the beginning. So yeah, money doesn't change people, it just amplifies the way they always felt. So yeah. To sweat it. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I'm waiting on this ice lolly. I'm gonna ask the missus to bring me an ice lolly, bro. So at halftime, I'm gonna dip out and get myself an ice lolly. I need some ice. Oh, you know what? We've been chatting the whole time. Nothing's happened in this game. I said 2-1. I think I have more chance of scoring a goal than either England or Ghana at this point. Ghana with the ball. 40 minutes pass. Oh, Declan Rice been booked. Declan Rice has been booked. Hold on. Hold on. Can't they review yellow cards? Oh, no, he stepped on him. He stepped on him. Pro says facts. That's true. Yep. And when I wake up in the morning, I try to when I wake up in the morning, I try to kill my ego. If you understand, you listen. Everyone has an ego, myself included, man. Everyone has an ego. Uh oh. Semenyo's in, and he loses the ball in the box. IU wins the ball back. Ghana win the ball. But yeah, everybody, like, bro, I don't. This is the thing with me. I don't try to sit here like I'm perfect. Do I get upset about things? You know what I'm saying? Do I allow my ego to get the best of me sometimes? Of course I do. But that's growth. You have to admit that and then work on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to be a good person. They go, Ezra. I try to be a good person. Sometimes, you know, moments get the best of me. Corner for Ghana. Semenyo is gonna get him something. But yeah, man. Like I can admit, I try to admit my faults. And I think, you know what, the best thing for me though, and I'll be completely honest, and you're probably tired of hearing me talk about it, but marriage has been the best thing that's happened to me, right? For a lot of reasons. Like when you're married to someone, especially someone that you love, um, you have to learn how to communicate how you feel, but you also got to learn how to be wrong and allow yourself to learn from being wrong. Ball in the box, Ghana. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't always do the right thing. Right? I don't always do the right thing. And I know I'm hard work, man. You know, my wife does a really good job. I'm hard work. Sometimes she's hard work, you know what I'm saying? So um Ghana had a ball. Ball still in, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm learning how to be better. And 10 years in, it's not perfect. You know, if someone tells you, they look at you and tells you they got the perfect marriage, they lying to you. Marriage ain't perfect, bro. But I love my wife so much that I'm willing to work on myself to be a better person, to maintain our marriage, to help. And part of that is just admitting when you're wrong, bro. And it sucks. It absolutely sucks sometimes, bro. I gotta sit there and be like, dang, I was wrong. It's a bitter pill to swallow. But you just got to, man. You got to. If you love someone, you have to admit that you were wrong. And vice versa. You know, when my wife's wrong, I try not to rub it in her face because I know that it hurts for you to sit up there and say I was wrong. Sometimes you have to swallow that. You have to make yourself accepting and have an accepting environment. But yeah, I just waffle. My bad. My bad. You know me. But I got my shoes off and everything. Jeez. It's crazy because when I started doing the live streams, it was cold and I'd have to have my blanket on. And now I got my thighs out and everything. I'm wearing shorts, not as playing. But yeah, I do got on shorts, man. 6 additional minutes. This is a bore fest. Okay. I've had more fun talking to you guys. I should have just made this a Waffle House. I should have known. They're not playing in Boston. They playing in whatchamacallit. Anyway, how do you find the football culture in England is like pick up in the U.S.? Which football? American football or football? I know you probably not even in here anymore, but if you do see which one you talking about. American football culture, it's like semi-pro. You have a lot of football fans. Like I said, I met a guy, a Miami Dolphins fan, who tattooed whatchamacallit. He tattooed the Dolphins on it. I wouldn't do that. Um, Turn. Me too, Ricky, and marriage and children. Yeah, man. It humbles you. Humbles you really quickly. Very true, Ricky. That's a good quality to have. You gotta be able to turn the mirror on yourself, man. It's hard. Right? And he's like I said, bro, my journey wasn't easy. When I first got married to my wife, part of my French again, I was an asshole. I still am. But I can admit that. And I know when to be that and when to not be that. But yeah, we first got together. I was not easy, bro. I was not easy. I was an angry person. I had a lot of unresolved issues, especially with authority. And when you're in marriage, you have to give up some of the authority. All right, it's getting dark. Maybe at halftime I try to turn the light up. You guys can see me. It's all right. It'll be all right. We good. We'll do a dark alarm, bro. England in. Harold. And it's a corner for Harold Kane. But yeah, you just I'm still a butthole, bro. But I know when to be hard. Pause. Like, when to be like still. And I know when to be still. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know when to be calm and when to be not calm. That's one of the things I learned in marriage. I was gonna say corner to Arsenal. Corner to England is Declan Rice. That's why. Ball in, nowhere. Cleared. Now I like playing soccer. Oh, football. Okay. Can you go to a park and just play with people, kind of like pick up basketball? I'm pretty sure you could. I don't. But it's not like, I don't feel like, it's like that per se. But there's so many like Sunday leagues where if you want organized, like in certain places, I'm pretty sure in certain places like London, they have places where you can go play pickup. But where I live in Portsmouth, no, not really. Not that I've seen, but I'm pretty sure there are. But yeah, there's like a lot of Sunday leagues, man. So you can probably sign up somewhere. I know there was this what was it, like football against fat or something, or man v fat, and they play football to lose weight. Like there's so many opportunities to play just for fun. So yeah, it's just about finding a group of people got on the ball. So yeah. Sounds to me, about humility. That's very important with being a good person. Listen, like I said, I know when to be. I try to be, but I'm not a perfect person, right? Sometimes, but I think I'm the hottest thing since sliced bread, and sometimes I'm like, all right, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? I'm still Hispanic at the end of the day. I'm Puerto Rican, so I can be a little bit of a hothead. I've learned how to pick my moments when it comes to being a hothead, and working in the medical field for so long, and speaking to people, I've learned how to curtail my anger, and just like for me, if I get quiet, that means I'm formulating, and that means like I can't stand you. You know what I'm saying? Like if I get quiet and I don't say nothing, I'm just biding my time, bro. But yeah, it's I'm a work in progress. That's what I can say. I'm work in progress. And that's halftime. I'm gonna see and get my wife to bring me a ice lolly, bro. Still in the phase before marriage. Dating is hard still. Big up, Argyle. Dating so time consuming too. So I got a little bit of experience with the whole dating. Not me, like dating, but cause I got a little brother. As I said, he's finding his foot in the world. I had to kind of get that kid advice. Um, and bro, the stories he tell me with the dating pool, it's dirty. It's got poo in it, bro. It's got poo in it. Um, I think like nowadays, right? So like before I married my wife, before I got my wife, I was dating, I was using dating apps and stuff. And I found somebody who was nice. I just think that she and I were at two different parts of our life. She had kids, I didn't. You know, and I think that if I had had kids or she didn't have kids, then it probably would have worked out. But I just felt that she needed someone who was more mature, and I just wasn't that. Um, and yeah, she finally found somebody who was mature. But dating then, what I'm saying, using dating apps and doing things like, I think the worst thing that's happened is the dating app, bro. It's both the best thing and the worst thing that's happened. And I'll explain, right? Because we ain't watching for ain't no football happening right now. Let me ask for my ice lolly delivery. Sorry. And I'm gonna get me ice lolly. I'm gonna turn my camera off, but I'm gonna still talk while I eat my ice lolly because y'all ain't finna clip me up. Um, but yeah, bro. Like when I was dating back then, um, it was a little bit easier, right? Because the dating apps, like, so me and my wife been married since 2015, so I'm talking about 2013, 2012, like when I left high school, right? Um, yeah, I might went blank. But back then, bro, it was my ice lolly coming. It was I feel like it was easier because you had the dating app, but you still had to go out. Like it was the dating apps were so new. Thank you. Right? I'm a term. I got my ice lolly, but I talk to you. So like the dating apps were so new that like you still had to go out and like that person. Like you still had to go out for a date. Like you still had to go out and ask that person about themselves. Nowadays, dating apps, they ask you everything. Do you smoke? How many kids you got? What are your hobbies? What like so you basically learn everything about this person. And then when you actually get in an in-person date, what else do I ask? What else do I ask them? You basically told me all the stuff I want to know. Like what else can I ask you? You know what I'm saying? So Ice Lolly is awesome, by the way. This has now become a podcast, everyone. No, I will come back. My face, but I'm not gonna eat an ice lolly for the internet. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but but yeah, like back then, and I also miss like going out to pubs or going out to the movies and bumping into someone and saying, "Man, she's cute. Let me get her number." Oh, let's arrange a date to go out. Like I feel like you go on a dating app now, you've learned everything. You go on a date, it's just awkward. And a lot of people use each other for something, right? Men use women to get some coochie. Women use men to get free food. Like it's all transactional now, and it's hard, bro. It's hard because everyone goes into this dating thing looking for something, right? It's very rare where people just go in there looking for love. You know what I'm saying? People, oh, I'm looking for someone to take care of me and make sure that this is happening. I'm looking for someone to be my world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. And now dating apps have made everything so superficial because you don't get to know that person. You see them, oh, they look ugly in this picture, swipe left. Oh, they look good in this picture, swipe right. They might be the worst people, but no one's reading, like, no one's reading the captions. No one's like actually reading or trying to get to know someone. And then, you know, if you're in person or you go into a pub and stuff, you can introduce yourself and like work your way into a conversation. Like, how do you catch somebody from an app? Like, what do you say to them to catch them? You got to come up with new ways to catch them. And the thing is, you can try to be unique, and one person might like that, one person might not. But you can't gauge because you're looking at words and pictures in an app. It's weird, bro. So my listen, big up to you, Bar Gab. I know that is tough, man, but hopefully you do find somebody. I waffled again while eating my lice lolly. We are all wreaking work in yeah, man. We're all a work in progress. Right? You should never stop working on yourself. Never. Right? The moment you get comfortable and complacent is the moment you'll lose everything. Time moves. Time moves. Big up to everybody who's listening to me waffle on the Rican podcast. Oh man, I feel so much better. Something cold. And yeah, it was easier a decade ago. Very much so. Do you remember the day you realized Stoney was the one? Jesus, that's a loaded question. Her answer will be different than mine for sure, bro. My ice lolly's melting. I have a very long answer for this. It's short and long at the same time. I will start that chat, Pro, because I do have an answer for that. But I'm eating my ice lolly, so I need to focus on it. But yes, I wouldn't say the day. I remember the moment. Let me reset the game clock. Big up to everybody who's watching. My ice lolly is melting, so I'm trying to eat it before it goes. Brain freeze. All right, let's see if it'll do it. All right, I think it's working, guys. I think it's working. Bargat says, yeah, you're right though. Back in the day, you had to go on a dating journey. These days, people feel like everyone's an option. Yeah, man. It's like going into the store picking whatever you want, right? But the problem is everybody's picky. Like, let's be honest, a lot of people want, oh, I want this 10, and she got to have big boobs and a nice butt, and and the women are like, oh, I like this guy, but he's got to have money and a big eggplant, like, you know what I'm saying, like but that's not realistic, bro. Like, sometimes the love of your life ain't gonna have everything that you want, and you gotta be all right with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not 6 foot. You know what I'm saying? My wife probably want a 6'2" dude. That's not me, but I know what I'm good at. You know what I'm saying? It's people want this idea of perfect, and it just a lot of times it don't exist. Right? Perfection. I find, like, my wife. For me, my wife is perfect. Right? So yeah. Prom says, I'm glad we didn't buy Gordon. Me too, man. He trash. That man, in 2 games, he's done absolutely nothing. Marcus Rashford came on for what, 20 minutes and did more in 20 minutes than he did in the 70 before that, man. That boy garbage. Bargas said, I find it good to date someone different, but some lack the maturity. Yeah, man, some people just aren't ready for what they want. You know what I'm saying? Some people, like, this is the thing, right? This is the thing I tell everybody. Because I talk about marriage, with my friends and just in general. I think that when it comes to dating and marriage or being in a relationship, a lot of people get in the relationship and they do two things, right? They forget why they got into the relationship and what drew them to each other. They forget to be friends, but they also hold their relationship on this massive pedestal, which it shouldn't be on, right? Marriage is great, but my marriage is different than a lot of people's marriage. How I conduct myself in my marriage, how my wife and I talk to each other is different than the next person, but it works for us, right? Like if you listen to me and my wife talk to each other, we talk to each other harsh, right? And it's not out of a place like, and when I say harsh, like we're very straightforward with each other, right? It's not like, oh baby, I just want you to know that you hurt my we don't do that, right? I'm like, listen, that happened earlier, I didn't like that. And my wife would do the same. And bro, sometimes it hurts my feelings, bro. It does. Cause I'll be over here trying to be a good husband, and you just kind of like, you did this and I didn't like it. And it hurts. It cuts because you're like, dang, maybe I ain't being a good husband. But then again, she's also like, I'm not saying you're not a good husband. You just did this thing I didn't like. So can we work on that? And vice versa. Like, but me and my wife, we're straight with each other. It's just that's what it is, right? There's no being around, but honey, I just wanted to let you know that, 3 days ago I felt like that. If I feel some type of way, I tell you. We might be upset with each other, but that's how it is. And you know what's crazy? It actually goes back to Prom's question. And Prom, I hope that you're in here still. The day that I realized that Stony was the one, we had an argument. And it was a bad one. It was early. Now, to caveat this, guys, right? It wasn't physical or anything. It wasn't. It was just a very one of those very bad arguments. And I know why it happened. She knows why it happened. We got married at 22, right? When most people are figuring out their lives. So when we got together, the maturity stage that we were both at, we weren't mature enough to vocalize how we felt at the time. And I felt some type of way, she felt some type of way, but neither one of us were good at communicating why we felt. And we argued and we argued. And it got to the point where she was like, I'm going to leave. That's the point that I knew that she was the one. Because before, bro, listen, when I say I was a butthole, bro, when I say I was just an ass, I mean that, bro. Oh, my old ex-girlfriends, bro, they said they was leaving. All right, I see you. I see you around, bro. Oh, I'm leaving. Cool. Have fun out there. Yeah, and that's not that was just me, man, at the time. Like I said, I was 21, right? I didn't know. I thought I was invincible. All right, you don't want me. Somebody, I knew that she was the one when we reached that point. Like, okay, I'm just gonna leave. And I said, I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to go anywhere. I want to work this. That's when I knew that she was the one. It was one of them big arguments. And yeah, bro. She didn't leave. She didn't leave. We talked about it. We've done hold on. We've done the counseling thing. I've gone to counseling because I wanted to improve my marriage. I didn't like those arguments. I didn't like doing those things. So I made it a thing. We went to counseling. And in the Black community, there's a stigma against counseling. For Black people, sometimes it's like an admission of All right, so I've come to terms with the fact that I can't have the timer on. My computer, it causes my computer to get too hot. So you're just gonna have to look at my mug and we'll talk about the scores. I apologize. It won't work. It won't work. So I'm sorry, guys. But the next watch along, I have the timer back. Every time I do it, it causes the screen to fritz. So I'll just leave it. I'll leave it out. Um, um, I'm here. Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. Counseling over there. Yeah, but yeah, we did the marriage counseling. Um, which, like I said, bro, like in our community, in the Black community in America, like you just don't do it. It's not something that you do. You don't need a counselor. You know, you're fine, right? And like I said, I knew that this woman was the one I wanted to be with, and I knew that I couldn't just be fine. Like things couldn't just be, oh, we had an argument and it's a serious argument and we act like nothing happened. I couldn't be like that. So we did it. We went to marriage counseling. Um and I recommend marriage counseling, even if you have the perfect marriage, right? I listen, I'm a big advocate for mental health anyway, right? I'm a big advocate for speaking to someone, speaking to, people will say, oh, you don't need to speak to anybody because you're a guy. Men just handle it. Bro, I'm all for speaking to someone, right? I have a lot of friends who took their lives because men just handle it, right? And that's something I don't play about. I had friends who literally, took their lives, bro. Friends I thought were okay and doing just fine, and they're no longer here because they just handle it. They dealt with it. No, bro. No. Go see someone. And even if you think your marriage is perfect, even if you think your life is perfect, if you're having any struggle, bro, talk to somebody. Talk to anybody, bro. Cause it might just be you masking over the problem. And yeah, the counseling that we had was great. And then I had some of my own individual counseling where I realized that I was the problem. Ghana in? Oh, I realized that I was a problem. My nonchalantness, and my nonchalantness and just been okay. It's all right. It's cool. Like that was part of the problem. Someone's telling me how they feel, and I'm just like, all right, cool, without acknowledging that it's a problem. But I had to go to counseling, and I had to have someone who had no. This is the thing with counseling, right? And mental health. Your friends, they tell you some of your friends tell you what you want to hear because they're your friends, right? Your family, like if me and my wife have an issue, my family's always gonna be on my side, except my aunt. My aunt don't BS, right? My aunt will tell me that it stinks. I just think that's the Puerto Rican way. Like, nah, you trash, bro. Right? So like I remember we did this thing, right? We did this thing where I went to my aunt and I was like, yeah, man, she did this, she did this. My aunt looked at me and said, you better get back over there because I know you did something. What did you do? What did you do? I said, wow. I said, I didn't do nothing. She's like, no. Like my aunt's like my second mom. She's like, bro, I've been around you long enough. And that's how she talks to me. She's like, bro, I've been around you long enough. You've done something. What have you done? Well, I did this. Well, you're the problem. Right? So, yeah. But when you go to counseling, that counselor has no skin in the game. They got no dog in the fight. So they don't work for you or your partner. They work for a resolution. So eventually you get there because they listen to your side, they listen to their side, and then a resolution will be. So I think it's the best thing, man. I'll always say that. If you have an opportunity to go to counseling, couples counseling, couples retreats, couples, cruise, things like that. Go do it, man. Go and be better. Prom bigging up the first lady. Prom saying it's all good. Yeah, man. Doing well, Amazon Prom. My wife's a clown, bro. What about you and your family? I'm great. Thank you. Family's good. My wife is sitting next to me. I think mine is in the shower. She's probably texting in the shower again. That lady always got her phone, except when I call her. Then the phone ain't working. Listen, I usually don't take showers 3-4 times a day, but I want to. I had to caveat that because I'd be like, I usually don't take showers. No, I take showers, but like I don't take showers because it's not good for your skin, especially where I live. The limestone, the lime scale breaks my skin down. So they're like, you can't shower 3 or 4. But I wanted to shower. I was gonna hop in the shower when I came home. I'm gonna shower tonight though. Because I gotta like during this time I have to shower at night and in the morning. Like, you know what I'm saying? I usually, I usually shower in the morning. And then before I get into bed, I do like a quick, what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be dirty. But no, I'm taking a full shower, bro. I might take a bath, just soak. I feel so sticky, bro. Ghana with the ball. I've been with my wife for 23 years, so know how you feel. We have our share of problems and disagreement, but we always work through it. Loving someone is hard. Yeah, man. And listen, this is the thing, right? This is the thing, bro. A lot of people will always say that the other partner is the problem. And they never turn the lens on themselves. I'm the problem. I know I'm the problem. I'm part of the problem. If I say something that she don't like, I'm part of the problem. But you have to be big enough to admit that you're part of the problem. You can't just say, "Oh, my wife don't do this. Oh, my husband don't do this." Well, what don't you do? Oh, my wife doesn't cook anymore. Well, why? Oh, because she's working and I make her cook every day. So I start cooking. For example, right? Not saying that that's what's happening. I used to not like cooking, but I like cooking now because my wife actually eat my food. So she smiles when she eat my food. I'll be like, "Oh, I can cook now." But you know what I'm saying? My wife's always too tired to engage in intimacy. Why is that? Well, because she does all the childcare. And I don't really help. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. You have to just look at yourself and say, what aren't I doing? Like, what am I not doing? Making this situation worse. That's it. At times, but it's worth it. Yep. You guys are bigger for it. Yeah, we are. We are. I think people nowadays just break up easily. Yeah, man. And this is part of the thing, right? This is part of the thing where I was saying to Bar Gav earlier. Like, people break up because I got a million options. I got a million options. So yeah, it's weird. Texting in the shower. Yeah. She usually in there listening to music. She like her mini shower concerts, that woman. When we lost the baby, we had a rough patch. We worked through it in the end. Big up, Prone. And yeah, like you said, it will have that, right? Loss brings out something in you. But one thing I will say though, like, I did not take the loss of my mother well. I can talk about it now. It's been 10 years, nearly. I didn't take it well. And instead of, I'm not a lasher. I don't lash out at people. I just retreat. Like, I just become England in, Ghana clear. Gordon's trash, bro. Gordon trash. But listen, like, yeah, when I get upset or when I deal with grief, I just I become a recluse. And when my mom passed away, that's what I did. I stopped watching football for a little bit. You know, you guys know me. I love a kit. That's when I started my kit collection. I stopped buying kits. I got to the point where I would go to work and I go right to the pub. I go right to the pub, drink, sit on the beach. And I thought that was okay because I'm not a drunk. That's what I told my. I'm not a drunk. I'm not drinking to get drunk. I just drink every day. Right? Get a little bit tipsy and just sit there. You know what I'm saying? So, but then it got to a point where I wasn't giving my wife what she needed. And not talking about sex, not talking about attention, just a husband. I wasn't even a husband, bro. I was a roommate. I was a shell of myself. You know what I'm saying? So I know that was tough for her because you love someone and they're just not present. I wasn't present. And yeah, like I said, I went Ghana in Yaki Williams. But you know, I went to counseling and I spoke through it. I spoke how I was feeling, what I was going through. And yeah, I got over it. But it was a rough patch because I was just a shell of myself. So yeah. Big up to everyone. 59 minutes past, still 0-0. I know I'm talking about the chat. I should be talking about the game, but with the computer fried and us having a chat. Listen, Anthony Gordon been trash. He been absolute garbage. The first lady said, "I'm out, and it's not like texting and driving, much safer." No, I do not. I do not text and drive. Partially because, unlike America, I have to drive a manual now. Like when I was in America, I didn't text and drive in America, but I had an automatic. I put that bad boy in drive and let it go. Like I have to use both of my hands now, so there's no point in texting and driving. Also, there's no one to text. If I'm driving my wife, there's literally no one else to text. I don't text nobody else except for her. She's pretty much the only person I talk to. I'm rather boring when it comes to life. Like I go to work, I talk to my wife, I travel, and I play video games with my wife. Like my wife is my best friend. Like other than that, yeah, I'm it's not that interesting, bro. Oh God. Back post. Listen, Declan Rice's set piece is going well. Back post, it was great. You got to do more than that. Elliot Anderson, straight into the guy. Big up Jack. He said a relationship is about teamwork. Make sure you work hard like Rice and not just sit on the bench like Jesus. Yeah. You can't. You have to be consistent when it comes to relationships, man. You got to. Relationships are like plants. You can't just water them once and call it a day and expect for them to grow. Like you have to keep watering them and tending to them and pruning the leaves and getting rid of the weeds and just keep going. It's a moving thing. It's a moving thing. I've done it myself. I'm the same way. I get inside myself. It's not good. No, man. I just kind of retreat, man. I put my music on, but you get to a point where, you know what I'm saying, it consumes you. It starts to eat you up inside. And I think the one thing for me that I've learned being married is I tell my wife how I feel now. You know, people will say, "Oh, you know, you're a man. You shouldn't show, you know, when you're down. You shouldn't show when you're out." Well, if you live with a partner and you can't be vulnerable, you can't show, you know, when you're hurting, when you're sad, and she still feel like you can take care of everything, that ain't the partner for you, my guy. Like, and that's anybody, guys, gals, it doesn't matter, right? I'm still a young lion, bro. But even lions have weak points. Like even you know, the leader of the pack needs his back watched every now and then. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll still beat you up. But yeah, I get sad too. It was like that brand I be seeing on the thing. Boys get sad too. We do. We get sad. We cry. We get depressed. You have to allow yourself to feel that. But I'll still fight you. So yeah, but I can be my true self with my wife. I don't have to put on a mask. I don't have to tiptoe around how I feel. And it doesn't make me any less of a man. That the fact that I feel sad about things. Nani with a miss again, and water is wet. Jeez. I'm getting better at it though, you know, expressing myself. Reek, and I feel like you're describing me. I feel like just most men, bro. Most men have the same problem. You know what I'm saying? Because society gives you this skewed view of masculinity. Like, in order to be a man, you can't feel anything. You gotta be strong every time. You can't cry. You can't show weakness. And that's why men end up taking their own lives. Because you go to counseling, you show your weakness, and people take advantage of it. People act like you're less of a person for feeling that way. Bro, I cry. I get happy. I get sad. But I still beat you up, bro. I ain't scared of nobody. I'm just a human being. I have emotions. That's it. It's just life. Promise says we're too lucky, man. We got strong women who love us. We're so lucky. I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I get to look at this lady every single day in the morning. Although we ain't look at ourselves lately, because boy, she been turned one way, I've been turned another, and we both, because we got fans and air going through. So she turned toward the window, I turned toward the fan, and we just hope, you know, we hope for their life. I'm about to put another fan in here, bro. It's warm. It is warm, but tomorrow's supposed to be warm. And listen, pray for us. Pray for us. And let me take another hydration break, everybody, because it's an injury. Anthony Gordon coming off. He tried. Jed Spence coming off. So Gordon and Spence coming off for Saka and Nico O'Reilly. Ghana making some changes too. I got a fan, bro. Williams and Ayew coming off for Fatawu and Adu. It's amazing that I thought Iñaki Williams played for Spain. I didn't know he played for Ghana because his brother plays for Spain. But it's probably one of those things where, like, they decided to represent both. So Yes, and we're lucky to prone. Imagine dating in 2026. Yuck, bro. I don't have to imagine because my brother tells me the horror stories all the time. My brother tells me horror stories all the time. I ain't gotta imagine. I've heard from him, and he's a handsome kid, bro. But like he tells me the stories, bruh. I would not want to date, bro. Ghana's in. Jordan Pickford collides. I think that's a foul. True, yeah. Jack says, I like the plant analogy. A relationship takes constant nutrition, patience. Yeah, it does. You can't ever stop working on it, man. Like I said earlier, right? People forget in relationships that it's always a work in progress. It's something that you have to keep going. A lot of people get married and say, oh, I've got the cow. I don't have to feed it anymore. I get free milk. I don't have to feed it, nurture it anymore. I got the milk. Bro, no, that's how things fall apart. I still take my wife on dates. I cook for her. I rub her feet at night. Just like, well, let me not say just like I did when we first got together, because I ain't gonna lie, I ain't do none of that when we first got together, bro. Cause like I said, I wasn't the right headspace. But she stayed with me. So I've become better in my life. But yeah, in the beginning, I felt like I was a little bit chivalrous in the beginning, but I wasn't as good as I am now. I've slowed down in life, okay? I'm just saying. Yep, that's true. We have to give our emotional respect they deserve, and our spouses, we have to give them love. Uh, hydration break. Now, word from our sponsor. Yeah, Mo. Listen, this one was funny, bro. She's a sponsor. This is a top sponsor of our channel. Stony Rican. Prom laughing. What a boring game this, bro. Awful. Awful, Godfrey. Absolutely awful. We talk about life. This has become a Waffle House. My computer stopped working. My computer stopped working, which is why I don't have the timer on there. Because every time I put it on, it doesn't like it now because it's so hot in the house. So yeah. We just talk about literally everything else. It's become a Waffle House. Because now we're in another hydration break. So we weren't in a hydration break before. We are in one now. And my wife says, so born we're talking about gardening people. Yeah. Gotta help them grow, bro. Gotta help them grow. Feed me and massage me. I'm Wagyu. You're funny. You're a funny gal, bro. But I do. I feed you and make sure your feet rub. Usually, ain't no cuddling happening tonight, though. It's hot, bro. It's hot. Like, bro, it's so hot. I want to strip the bed and just sleep on pure mattress, bro. That's how hot it is. So yeah. If I ever win a lotto, the first thing I'm buying is an AC. I'm just saying. Pro laughing. Gotta feed the miss. Yeah, man. Godfrey said, "What's the Puerto Rican special when you're cooking? What's the special? Shoot, I love pasta, man. I'm a pasta guy. Like I said, I like to make pasta dishes. My wife's favorite is she likes the fettuccine, not the fettuccine. What's it called? It's not ravioli. Yeah, tortellini. That's what it is. See, she came back. She hears us talking about food. Steak and tortellini, or is Puerto Rican rice? Yeah. Mados con Dules is now good. When I first tried it, it was garbage. But then I realized that my pot is wonky, so I have to use aluminum foil. But once I did that, then yeah, the rice is pretty. The rice is pretty banging. Let me see. I got a picture, bro. I'll show you some. Cause my thing was talking about food. I gotta wake up early tomorrow. I gotta go sleep right after this. Is it finally coming on? Roger's coming on. As we finally, yep. No things will happen. The team is half Arsenal. The Arsenal boys, Rogers, and that's it. Yeah, bro. Rogers almost Arsenal, but yeah, it is. I hope we get him though. Ooh, let it all work out. I'm gonna show you guys my rice that I cooked. So I always say I'm gonna show it. But that's the rice I cooked. That's my pot. It's wonky. But yes. So this is my Puerto Rican rice. Arroz con gandules. I decided to take a picture after I'd already kind of eaten half of it, but there it is in my pot. Rice and pigeon peas. So that's the dish that she's talking about, the Puerto Rican rice. When I put it together, and that's my caldero. So yeah, just wanted to show you guys that your boy can indeed throw down in the kitchen. So yes. Son, do you remember the day you realized Rican was the one? Probably when she saw me, man. I'm cute. But yeah, he said looks good and God for fire. Yeah, man, your boy can kind of cook a little bit. I've learned cooking has taught me patience. The reason I don't like cooking is because I'm usually not patient, but I've learned to be more patient when I cook now. Big up to everybody in the chat, everybody who stopped by, everybody's watching, everybody's interacting, especially Godfrey and Prone and my guy Jack Swagger. I appreciate you guys, man, sticking with me and having chat. It's been a watch along, but it's pretty much been a Waffle House because this game has been dead. I said 2-1. It's looking an awful lot like 0-0. So yeah. Well, big up to Prom and Godfrey. I appreciate you guys, man. We're nearing the last 10 minutes of the match. It's been mostly all England, but like Arsenal, they huff and puff and can't blow the house down. Gone on the break. Gone on the break. Yeah, I need to wake up 5:30. Yeah, I got an early one tomorrow too, bro. I got to be at 5:45 because I got my early shift at work. Yeah. Guys said, "Come on, any day." Listen, boring, bro. This game is dead. I'm going to bed after same guy from going like as soon as the stream is over, I'm gonna chat to you guys for about 4 minutes and then I'm out. I'm out. My wife said, I'm a loner. I can entertain myself for days. I realized he was the one when I cried about him having to leave. Yeah. I'm the same. That's the thing, right? I told you guys before, me and my wife grew up together. We weren't sweethearts or anything, but we grew up as friends, like and classmates. And where we've grown up is very, lack of better terms, very poor. So like sometimes because there's like the town that we grew up in. I'm from Miami, but I moved to this town and then I moved back to Miami. But in the formative years, I lived in this town, and the town only had like one supermarket. I think it had like 3 street lights, 5 street lights, 5 street lights. Maybe 10. Let's call 10. It's got they got one main street. Sorry. So yeah, it's got it's got one main street. They don't have any movie theaters. They don't have any like arcades. Nothing. Like you have to go 50 miles to the nearest movie theater. 50 miles to the nearest mall. Like it's far from things, right? So growing up there, you kind of have to get used to being by yourself. You get used to entertaining yourself. Running the fields, playing football, like doing things like that. Um, and yeah, I felt the same way, man. I knew that, like, like me, I ain't codependent, man. I like chilling. So I like chilling by myself. Um, Give me a second. Give me a second. Um, Big up to everybody in the chat. When you cook a steak, have you tried using bacon? No, no, I haven't. Um, Give me 1 second, guys. I got something to show you. I'm trying to remember where I put it. Hey, they've been trash, bro. But no, I haven't tried baking soda pro. My bad. I just used Sasson. He said, "Oh, Stony, 50 miles. It was 40 miles. 40 miles to the nearest. It's 86 miles from Miami. So yeah, it's quite far from things. If you're taking a bus, it's about 50 miles. But if you're driving in the Beeline, then Declan Rice winning the ball again. So Rican, when you two were friends, didn't you have any feelings, by the way, toward them? Maybe I did. I had a crush on her in high school. When we used to sit next to each other, I had a crush on her. But I was a nerd kid, bro, so I really didn't know how to say things. I didn't know how to like kind of say that I was with her, so it just kind of never happened. Freak. So yeah. What a miss from Kane. Yeah. We're in the 90th minute now. 6-minute added time. What the heck, Kane? Trash. He's not trash, but it was a trash miss. Gyökeres scores that. Literally anybody scores that. I've always had a crush on him. Yeah. Okay. That's so sweet. He's gonna say I'm lying though. I said, okay. Jeez. I get you, Rican. Me and my wife were friends for 2 years before we went steady. On that, pro, the reason why I was quiet. I want to show you guys this. Hold on. So this was a young Gunnar Rican, and this is a young Stony Rican. So this is a class photo taken in 2002, I believe it was, or 3. But yes, this is me and the missus back in the day. Of course, I dressed really nice with my fat tie for picture day. But yes, this is Gunnar Rican's origin story. So yeah, I have known my wife for ages, since we were kids. So that's what I was looking for. I was looking for that photo. But yeah, I've known her for ages, and we've been together for ages. But yeah, I we were friends for a long time in school, and then we grew apart because I started working and she started working, and I moved away. You know, I moved away. And then yeah, man, I started talking to her, sent her a Facebook message. And then I came back into town and we went on a couple of dates. And then I was like, you should come move with me. And she did. And we've been inseparable since. So yeah, that's a true good Rican love story. Friendship is a great foundation. People don't like each other nowadays. Yeah, man. Or like I said, they get into a marriage and they forget that the friendship part is important. Being friends and friendly with the person you're with is important. So yeah. And Prom said that's true. That it is so true. Thank you guys for hanging around, bro. I appreciate you guys. England, one last ditch. They've gotten close. This game has not been as interesting as the others. I will be doing the Haiti match tomorrow. All right. Corner again. Yeah, that's a beautiful story, Rika. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, man. Thank you for listening. But yeah, I've known my wife for ages, man. We've known each other. We're from I'm from Miami, she's from the small town, but we grew up in the small town together. So we know like the same people. And I love that woman to death, bro. I can't even lie. And she's amazing and she's supportive. And she's funny. She's a goofball. So oh, they're sending the goalkeeper up. No, they're not. My bad. That was Ghana. My bad. I thought it was Ghana. Declan Rice with the corner. Ghana clear. Falta. Big up to everybody though. We've had a good chat, man. Not about football, but we had a good chat, and I value that. Adu came off for Rahman, and this is it. This is the last kick of the game. We're at 5.5 minutes. Not the last kick of the game, but Declan Rice has saved England just with his motor. He's snuffing out attacks. He's put in some good balls to attack. And that's it. 0-0. And yeah, man, it was a board face. It was a board face. I can't believe England didn't win either. But yeah. So where does that leave Ghana and England? So England still top of the group. Ghana is co-top of the group, and they'll both be going through because it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters what Panama and Croatia do. So yeah, I think they're both through. Rice man of the match. I agree. He was running the socks off. All right, okay, guys, need to go to bed. Thank you, Prom, for hanging there with me, man. I appreciate you. Have a good sleep and have a good day at work tomorrow. I appreciate you. Good night, and God bless you and your families, guys. Big up to Prome. And big up Fraley. He said England or crap. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. But it happens, man. I think I can't say that I watched the game, but I can't say that I remember much that happened in it, man. To be fair, I think most of this stream was spent talking about life, which I love and I value. I value talking to you guys, and I value my community. So, yeah, listen, it's 11 o'clock. Fairly said Ghana robbed. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Absolute craziness. So England and Ghana shared the points. They're both on 4 points, top of the group. And if Croatia draw tomorrow, then that's pretty much both of them through. So there you go. Or draw the next game. I don't know if it's tomorrow or tonight, or whatnot. But there we go. I'm gonna call it a night, guys. I appreciate Fraley and Godfrey, Jack Swagger, and Prome as well for hanging in there for 2 hours. I apologize that the score thing wasn't up. My computer is hot because it's hot in the house. It's overheating, which causes the screen to short. It is what it is. You guys carried me. We had a good chat. And I hope that it was therapy for you guys, because it's always therapy for me. I'm gonna end the stream how I always end every stream, guys. You know how we do. Big up to Fraley. I hope that everything you want to happen happens. I hope for positivity. I hope that all of the negative things go away. I hope that you rid yourself of them. But most of all, I hope that you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. I hope that it was therapeutic for you. And most of all, I hope that you return to Gooner Rican TV. Not Gooner Rican TV. I hope you return to Rican Football TV. I'm tired and hot. I apologize, but I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it.